Hey you guys, a long time no see. Today we're going to talk about something that is blowing up on TikTok, and it's about why so many educated black women are single.
If I knew as a black woman getting 2 degrees, read master's degree would keep me single for a prolonged period of time, I would have gotten a fucking master's degree. Like, what is this conversation about? Like, oh, there's so much classism in the dating in black women. Like, what the fuck? How are the standards too high if I meet the standard? I could see if I was asking for something that I couldn't reasonably attain, right? But if I am someone who is college educated and I am looking for someone who is college educated, or if I am making a certain amount and I am looking for someone who is making a similar amount, what the fuck is the big deal?
From my research, I did thorough research. The main factor I saw was gender ratios in higher education. So for every black man that is in a higher education, there are 12 black women. The more education we get, the more exposure we get to healthier relationships. We're not going to tolerate a lot. Dating is hard for me. I'm 27 and dating is fucking hard, okay? I am a registered nurse. I make over 100K a year. I've been a registered nurse for the past 4 years. So I make a good amount of money in my city. How many black men do you think I run in my age at my 20s who make the same amount of money as I do? I have ran into one. I can imagine how it's going to be in 10, 20 years from now. The black women, now granted, my last 2 partners have been out of my race, so I have been dating, and I still am currently dating, but we have no choice but to step out, and that's just my opinion. A lot of us, we have no choice but to step out or to date down. It's just my opinion. We have no choice. Now, before y'all twist my words, I am not saying that there aren't any eligible black men out there. Nobody is saying that. There are eligible black men out there, but are there enough for every single black woman who wants one? No. You and I both know this, so let's not even get in my comments and play the semantics of me saying I'm not saying that. It's just for every black woman who's educated and want one, will not get one because there aren't enough.
80% of black married people are married to other black people, right? Like, it's not this huge number, this epidemic of like interracial marriage. And I'm not anti-interracial marriage, but the idea that black men are overwhelmingly marrying white women or non-black women is just not factual, right? Because once again, there's all this commentary that is not rooted in data and history. And more importantly, if you look at the data, black women have the strongest same race preference. So black women, in comparison to other demographics in this country, are actually more willing to quote unquote date down, because they prioritize marrying black above everything else, which is why oftentimes you will find black women like that, that associate's degree is at a degree conversation, where she had a master's degree and she was on a date with someone with an associate's degree calling it a 2 degrees, which I'm not saying it's not a degree. I'm not engaging in that. But what I am saying, that interaction happened because that was a black woman trying to date a black man, right? Because the reality was, if she was not black, she would not have been in that conversation to begin with. Because you will rarely find a non-black woman who has her level of accomplishment dating someone who is not considered her peer. And I'm not trying to put anyone down. The reality is most people date who they're in proximity to. The issue is because black women prioritize dating black above everything else, when they have to mobilize, they oftentimes are not in proximity to other black people, particularly black men. So as a byproduct of that, black women oftentimes have to go outside of their environment to find mates, which results in black women oftentimes not dating people who are their class equal. And the class is not about income, right? It is about what you come from. So if someone was in Jack and Jill, the Links Cotillion, Pledge Divide Night, but maybe out of college, they might not make as much as someone in comparison to them. They are still upper class because it's not about income. That's why class is so hilarious.
It's not that educated women are unwanted. It's just there are fewer options. And most people date within their education and income level. So please don't get in my comments with they'd rather get the woman from Burger King. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. If you look at the statistics, most people marry and date within their tax bracket. Okay? And education level. Okay? 38% of young black women between the ages of 18 to 30 have a bachelor's degree compared to 26% of black men 18 to 30. And then don't factor in height, weight, mental illness, sickle cell disease trait, it's so much that goes into it. Black women, we're always going to get the short end of the stick, right? This is why I can never judge Venus and Serena, because it's like, do they sit and wait around? No black man proposed to Venus and Serena. No black man proposed to them. Do they sit around and wait for something that's probably not going to happen? Or do they get to move on and accept a proposal from the men who are proposing? Educated black women, we desire companionship, and we do feel lonely at times, but we understand that dating down, we will always lose. We will always lose. Look at Candy and Todd. Look at Mary J. Blige. The list goes on and on. We always lose. We never lose being single. We can do IVF. We can have little partners, but we always lose marrying down. Being single isn't a deficit. It's an opportunity for self-growth. It's an opportunity to bond with friends, redefining what success is. So being single is not a bad thing at all. But a lot of black women who are getting more degrees, they're worrying about that. Like, damn, it's not a lot of black men in my circle. It's like, even when I went to nursing school, there were 2 black guys. 2. And guess how many black girls? 11. There were 2. And guess what? Who's to say those black guys are available and interested in, like, it just does not work. So yes, black women are panicking because it's like, damn, I'm getting this degree, but what, am I gonna get a man? Most likely not. And if you do, he's not gonna be on your level. And if you do got one on your level, hold him so damn tight, because when is the odds of you finding another? Be desperate. Don't let him treat you any kind of way. But understand, the slims is fucking picking out here for even us girlies in our 20s.